this is Jim. Hi, how are you? That's okay. I am running just a little bit late. I'm probably still 30 minutes away. It took me a little bit longer to get things loaded, but I wanted to touch base with you and let you know I'm on my way. Okay, great. I will give you a call as soon as I pull up in front of the apartment. You betcha. See you then. Bye now. Well, we're on our way back out to Hollywood. As you know, we have a jellyfish tank in Heidi and Spencer's apartment on MTV's The Hills. It's been there for 2 seasons. In that time, it's gone from the apartment over to Spencer's sister's house and then back to the apartment. And when it got back to the apartment, they didn't set it up with water and jellyfish. So it's pretty much been empty for the last season while sitting on the set. I received an email from the production people. They had finished the season and were ready to have it removed. No further use. I guess Spencer had lost a little bit of interest in there or got busy with something else. So I was scheduled this morning to go pick up the tank. I received a telephone call last night from Holly Montag. That's Heidi's sister, the one that's come out from Colorado. Not only, since Heidi and Spencer have gotten married, they don't live in that apartment. And now that Holly is part of the show, she's living in the apartment. She got wind that the tank was going to come down and inquired as to if I could set it back up for her, and she would take over the feeding aspect of it, of which I would continue to service the tank. Well, you know me, I'm an extremely big believer in opportunity, and I think this is a great opportunity, especially for exposure on the Jellyquarium. So, I reloaded the van with water and the equipment, the refrigeration unit, the filter system, the water pump. I have jellyfish with me this morning, and we are en route back out to Hollywood, to Heidi and Spencer's apartment, to set the tank back up. So we've just run into a little bit of traffic on our way. I just called Holly and indicated I was running a little bit late, but we're going to set that tank back up.
So if you're a fan of the television show, you'll recognize this as the infamous Heidi and Spencer's apartment. What we need to do is unload the van, carry all the equipment upstairs so that we can set up the system and get it running.
So Holly is going to let us into the apartment with the camera, and I'll give you an idea as to what the Jellyquarium on the Hills is all about.
And there's our Jellyquarium, beautiful red maple cabinet with a handmade copper porthole ring. It's a very attractive system. We've carried the equipment and all the water upstairs. The first thing we now need to do is clean the inside of the tank out by giving it a good flushing. Once I've got it rinsed and cleaned out, I can begin to fill the tank up with the water that I brought along with me. This water is what the jellyfish just came from, so it'll make their acclimation a lot easier and quicker. And one other big benefit is...
And it's already down at 60 degrees. So this is water that the jellies have been raised in. And the advantage is I don't have to spend as much time acclimating or getting them used to a new environment. And it's already down at 60 degrees.
Now pay close attention to the ominous portion of the story here.
When we first set this tank up, we had to sneak it in because the property manager, I guess, lives across the street. He, I don't know if he came over that day or shortly thereafter. And I didn't know who he was, and people are coming up to the front door, and you just want to be nice, so you talk to everybody. What you doing? Oh, I'm setting up the jellyfish. The guy goes, really? You're not supposed to have that kind of stuff here.
And that first time, Spencer was determined, and what Spencer wants, Spencer gets.
No leaks.
So we've gone through and made sure that there are no leaks in the system, leaks dripping out of the refrigeration unit, the drain lines, or the wet-dry trickle filter. Everything seems to be working fine, just as it's supposed to. So we'll give it a little bit of cleanup here, and then we'll get ready to start putting the jellyfish into the tank.
Other than the cleaning up part, it's running.
So do you remember just a little bit ago I made reference to the ominous portion of the story? Well, do you hear that telephone in the background?
Let's see, it's cleaning.
That's the Hills producer calling to tell Holly that the property manager says they can't set up the tank. And we've just spent the last 2 hours setting up the Jellyquarium, as well as acclimating the jellyfish, which are just about ready to go into the tank. So stay tuned for part 2 to find out if the Jellyquarium keeps running or if it has to come down.